Do you spend most of your days talking about what you don't want and hardly ever think about what you actually do want? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to get you to think just a little bit differently about how you use your words and how we can use that to create the life we want. Let's go. Welcome to Phoenix
Hey guys,
Rising,
it's Jen
a
Mack,
Superior
Lady Up in Mind.
podcast.
Welcome to
for
today's
all of your
episode where I hope
transformative
I am
tools
finding you
for personal
changing your
spiritual
words
growth
and
Let's go
expressing
get that nugget. Your desire versus what you detest. If you are not expressing your desire, then it is my intention that in today's episode I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. So I love talking about intentions. I love it because it is the beginning stages of shifting your perspective to what it is you do desire instead of repetitively creating the things that you don't want to experience. Every time someone says something, I shouldn't say every time, but a lot of times when someone says, I really hate blah, 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 and, this is really annoying to me. And I'm like, what is it that you do want? I hate standing in line. What is it that you do want? I hate waiting in traffic. What would you rather do? So there's things that shift us that help us to feel better. And as we just turn the corner to January 1st, 2025, we begin the new year with intentions and resolutions and commitments and desires. Because for some reason, whatever that is we started the new year. So it's a new year. I had a program that I did a couple of years ago. It's called New Year, New You. And people took it and they enjoyed it and they got something out of it because it gave them this fresh perspective, a way to look at things. We spend so much of our time connecting with other people by complaining. What is it that I don't want? I don't know. Let's talk about the 12 million things that I hate in life. Well, the end result is that you don't feel very good. You complain and it releases this dopamine because it's a connection with somebody else, because then we get agreement. And when we get agreement, that's connection. But we have conditioned our society to complain together, to connect by complaining. The problem is you walk away and you don't necessarily feel better. You walk away and you're like, well, that was uneventful. Nothing's going to happen from that. So today I want to encourage you to shift. I want to encourage you to open your eyes, wake up a bit more, and look in a different direction. So here's what we're going to do. I want to give you some simple steps on how to set intentions. I don't want to go too deep into the explaining of how it works because most all of my episodes, I explain how energy works and the power of our words, because our thoughts are expressed through words. Then they solidify into a belief. That belief crosses over our throat chakra down into our heart chakra. And as it gets into our heart, it solidifies an emotion that goes with that thought. So for example, say my name is, and then finish that sentence with what a different name that is not your name. Like for me, my name is George. When I say that, if I can really tap into my body, I feel that what I feel is that it doesn't go all the way through into my heart. It doesn't cross all the way. So it's a thought, the words, and the belief gets cut off because I don't believe my name is George. And so it doesn't get all the way into my heart. So then I say, okay, my name is Jen. Immediately that goes all the way through. Like I can feel that all the way through my heart. The hose is open. When we set our intentions, that's the same kind of belief I want you to have, is that it goes all the way through. Now here's what we're going to do. The very first thing I want you to do when you're setting an intention, and this can be anything, any segment of your day, the year, a month, a specific topic, your health, your money, it doesn't matter. You are setting an intention. You're looking at something in your life. It could be the day, it could be an event, whatever, that you want to put energy towards that gives it a different outcome. Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's, I want this interview to go really well, or I want my day to be really fun, or I want this event with my kids to be really fun and connecting, or I want this month to be prosperous, whatever the thing is. Okay. But what I want you to do first, and this is step one, is getting connected, is creating space. When we have too many tabs open in our mental capacity, Too many things we're thinking about, too many things we're doing. We're not finishing the task. We have all these things open in our head. There's no space for creativity there. So I want you to create space. Now there's mental and emotional space. When somebody's upset, what do we tell them? Take a deep breath. In that moment, we are creating space for assistance. We're creating space for creativity to come in and to show up. Ideas, support, guidance, whatever we need. But we can't do that if we're running ourselves ragged. We're chaotic and unorganized. So the very first thing is just to sit still. I always tell Amy when, she's spinning around, and I do this too. I have to do it. As a business owner, I can do anything at any time, and I open a lot of tabs, but I work really hard on what's called concentration, which I complete the task. And that helps to create space because I'm able to close those tabs, okay? Just like all the tabs you have open on your computer. And I tell Amy this, she's like, oh, I got to do this thing, and I got to share this thing, and I got to do this thing, and I have all this stuff, and I got to pay the bills, and I got to all these things, right? And I go, okay, so sit there in your office chair, put your feet flat on the floor, and just breathe. Close your eyes, take everything, close the mental image of all of the things you have to do, and take a deep breath. And just count backwards from 10. And immediately that brings her in this present moment and creates space. When we do that, we're getting centered and we're getting in this calm space. We're getting in this peaceful state and we're able to create from here. It's kind of like if I were to give you a canvas that's a 12 by 12 and put it in front of you, but it already has a painting on it. And I say, okay, here, paint this thing. The first thing you're going to do, if you even can come around to painting over the picture that's there, is you're going to paint over it probably and clear it. You're going to paint it white or black or one solid color. You automatically create space. And in order to do that, the first thing is to create space, to sit calmly, to get centered, get grounded. Then I want you to think of the event or the activity or what your intention is, but your intention for what? The day, this hour, this event, this interview, this date night, this month, my business, whatever, my relationship. And then I want you to think of that. So create that scene in your head. This is step 2. You're going to create that scene in your head. What is it that you're setting an intention for? And I want you to play back in your mind's eye some of the scene so it feels good. What do you want to have happen? What are some of the activities or the words or the interaction? What's the whole picture? Remember, you're the director of your play. You're the producer, and I want you to stage this event. What is it that you want to have happen? And then step 4 is from that image is what's the emotional state? What's the emotional state you want to feel? So, for example, we are going, the boys are still on Christmas break, and we are taking them out bowling a Saturday. And so we're going to go bowling. They have a video arcade attached. They have a restaurant attached. And so we're going to go bowling, and we're going to play some video games. And then I'm going to take Cameron to the bookstore. We're going to order whatever food. And then we're going to, it's going to be, the emotional state is, I want it to be fun. So I want there to be laughter. I want there to be excitement. I want there to be connection. I want it to be fun. So that whole thing, there's my scene of what we're going to do. We're going to go bowling. We're going to play video games. We're going to the bookstore. We're going to eat food. Okay. There's the whole scene. Here's all the people involved. And then number 4 is, and this is the big part, is how do I want to feel? What's the emotional state that I want to feel? Well, my word is fun. So here's how this goes. So I will do this, and I could do this right now. It's 2:00 in the afternoon as I'm recording this on Friday, and I could sit here in my meditative space and I could relax my mind. I count back from 20. I get in my body. I focus on my heart. So I get into this quiet, relaxed state of mind. And then I picture that scene in my head, and I repeat the word quietly to myself, sometimes out loud if I'm needing help to kind of get present. But I repeat the word fun. And that's it. That's my intention. And then I let it go. But what I do is I do it, and here's that powerful 5-letter word. I do it until I feel better, until it feels complete, until I feel like it's done, until I feel like my order's been sent. Whatever it is for you, I say like until I'm aligned with it, but until it feels complete. It might be 5 minutes. It might be 55 minutes. It doesn't matter because it's important. And what I want you to think about is what's important to you. Is connecting through complaining still important? Is playing the victim role still important to you? Because here's the next thing I want to give you. That if you want things to just be lighter in your life, where things are just starting to shift and the sun is starting to shine on your life, is to say this phrase. This has been a new thing that I've been working on that really starts to open up the energy. And here's the phrase. I want you to write this down. I release all doubts and am open to all possibilities. I release all doubts and I am open to all possibilities. When I say that, it goes all the way through. I can feel it. I can feel the energy behind it. I'm releasing the doubts. So you could say, instead of doubts, you could say, I'm releasing the complaints. I'm releasing the fear. I'm releasing the attachment to my old self, the old version of me. I am now like Jen Mack 2.0. Like I'm installing a new, better version of myself as a coach, as a partner, as a mom, as a woman in society, as an energy worker, as a business owner. I'm releasing the old versions. And so when I come up against something that is fearful, something that irritates me, something that makes me frustrated, is right in that moment when I recognize I'm starting to complain or starting to spiral or weird out in some way, go in a place I don't want to go that doesn't feel good. And I go, wait. I release all doubt. I release all fear. And I step into, or I fully embrace, or I allow all possibilities. I'm open. So you can interchange these words however you want that feels better to you. So you can say, I'm allowing all possibilities. I'm open to all possibilities. And then watch the magic happen. Because that's when things really start unlocking. It just opens possibilities because you're opening your energy. So let me just rephrase. I'm going to keep this one short because I want you to do the work. So the first step is find that quiet space, the space in your mind. So getting quiet. It could be a space in your house too, but a space in your mind is just kind of becoming present, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, feeling your body, sitting on the chair and getting really present. And I count back from 20. That just gets me in my body, closing all those mental tabs. That's step 1. Step 2 is figuring out what it is that you want. So creating the scene in your mind of what it is that you're looking for. You know, what the section of the day, what part of the intention are you setting? Then it's a little bit more details about the scene. How do you want it to go? How do you want the scene to unfold? What is it that you're looking to accomplish? And then the last one is, how do you want to feel? If you were to accomplish that, if you were to get that thing and it go your way, how would you feel if it went that way? And then that one word becomes your mantra. And then I guess step 5 is to getting into that space, that quiet, calm space, that relaxed state, picturing the scene and repeating the word. Now, this seems really simple, but here's my whole life purpose is finding tools and techniques in the spiritual energy realm, in personal development, business development, spiritual development, and finding simple yet powerful techniques. And listen, if you're hearing me, if you're still hearing these words, trust me, this is so, so powerful. It works 100% of the time. You get that state because with your mind and with your words, you can create the emotional state that you want to feel. Thank you for listening. If you liked that episode, please subscribe, like, and write a review. Let me know how that landed with you. If you'd like to support this podcast, please check out in the show notes where you could buy me a chai tea, or you can join my newest podcast membership for exclusive episodes, guided meditations, and transformative exercises that you won't find anywhere else. For more transformational tools, techniques, and programs, check out my website, theenrichmentacademy.com. Bring your journal, open your heart, and let's get ready for some serious transformation.